Hi, this week we're going to be making a stationery set for a client, Cafe Limon. And the main thing is using the gradient mesh tool. And I didn't know a lot about the gradient mesh tool. I started really messing with it about a year and a half ago. I really like it. It's very confusing trying to follow the book. I wanted to show you a few things I've made with it outside of the book. What's good about it, when you make a normal gradient, you can just, make a box and turn the gradient on, and it's pretty simple. But with the gradient mesh, if you see, let me zoom in, you can really adjust it and fine-tune things and make some pretty complex gradients. And you can even, since you've created a mesh with it, you can even change them around, do everything that you could with a Bezier curve. You could even change it to a different color. Here's another one that I made that was a rose, and you can see it's got all of its difference. So if we wanted to change where that highlight is, you can very fine-tune things. So it's a pretty cool tool. You may want to mess with it after you make the lemon, because you can really make some interesting stuff with it. I think it's fun. So let's get started. We're going to create a new file, and we're going to say print. Right here, print. Letter. You can say in inches, and it's going to default to be regular layer size, 8.5 by 11. Portrait. You can go ahead and call it what we want to call it, Cafe Logo. And before we do anything else, we need to, make sure we're in the Essential Classics workspace, and say View, Fit Artboard and Window. And we're going to say File, Place. Go find your Cafe files. We're using Cafe this week, and we're going to get Lemon JPEG. We are using it as a template, and hit place, and it'll put it right in the middle. Now, as you know, when we've used these templates before, it creates a layer for it and locks it and all that kind of stuff for us. It did create a template layer for us. Now, the first thing we need to do is adjust this. Right now, it's dimmed to half, and we need to change that. If you double click right next to the word template layer, it's going to open up the layer options, and we just need to turn off dim. One of the reasons we're doing that is because we need to get the full color of the lemon. It automatically made another layer for us. We're going to go to that layer and just click on the word layer 1. Slowly click on it twice, and let's change that to lemon. We're going to draw the lemon on top of this template. So we need to go get our pen tool, and you can take your time with this. You can pause the video and take as long as you want. We're going to get the pen tool, turn off the fill so that we just have one stroke of black. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Remember, Alt and scroll your mouse. And then we're just going to, you can start wherever you want and give a basic outline of the lemon. And of course, you can go back and fix it with the direct selection tool. So go ahead and pause the video and get this as perfect as you can. Okay, so when you're happy with the way that looks, you're going to get the regular selection tool, select the whole thing, and then grab the eyedropper tool and choose the yellowiest part, of the lemon. We're just going to fill the whole lemon in with that yellow. So that's pretty ugly so far. And that really shows me, I just want to fix this a little bit. I don't like that. There we go. That's a little bit better. Make sure that it's still selected. And we're going to say Object, Create Gradient Mesh. The book wants us to do 8 rows by 7 columns. Flat is fine. And if you want to preview it, you can see that's what's going to happen. Now, everybody's is going to look a little bit different because we all drew it a little bit different. But go ahead and say OK. And it has made a mesh for us. So that's what we're going to be drawing upon. At this point, we need to kind of see through this. So we're going to be working in outline mode. And this is one of the things that really confuses people. I've got this layer selected. I'm going to say View, Outline Mode. And what happens now, if you look in the layers, you'll see that the eyeball is, we just have the outline of it. What confuses students is it looks like nothing is happening because we're in outline mode, but you're actually doing it right. So if you are following along with the book, you will think, what is going on? Nothing's happening. And it's only because you're in outline mode. So just trust it, and you'll see that it's actually pretty cool. Don't worry about it if you can't see it. When you're in the eyedropper tool, so go get the eyedropper tool. When you press the control button, you'll see that the direct selection tool pops up. When you let go of the control button, the eyedropper tool comes back. That's what we're going to be using. You're going to hold down the control key and grab the first little spot. Let go, we have the tool, eyedropper tool back. Now just grab somewhere within this part of the grid. And you'll see it shows that color. I don't see anything happen. Don't worry about it. Now we're going to hit Control, get our direct selection tool, and choose the next point. Notice that it is blue. Let go and eyedropper that. It's a little bit different color than we chose. Control, click right there. Let go, choose one of the yellows. All right, so you're going to go all the way down one. I'm just clicking, selecting. Now make sure to zoom in so that you know where you're selecting. Sometimes people will accidentally select right here and you're going to turn it blue. You don't want to do that. Okay, so I'm going to scroll back out, alternate scroll my mouse. Looks like nothing happened. That's just because of the mode we're in. If I go back up to go View, Preview, you can see that it was actually working. Okay, it was only because we're in outline mode. So let me go back and I'm going to do the next part of it. So View, Outline. Remember that we start in the eyedropper tool. Control, click on the first point and select your color. Control, click, select, click, select, and let's see what it looks like. Okay, now, it's looking a little strange. I've kind of, maybe need to go back and take my time choosing the best parts, but you can see where this is going to give us a much more richer looking element than just making a simple gradient. One of the things about the gradient tool is if we had chosen more rows and more columns, we would have a more detailed lemon. But it would take us a lot longer. So I'm going to go ahead and get this done and show you what mine looks like. Okay, so I've pretty much finished my lemon. I'm going to turn off the so that's not too bad. Now at this point, if you've gone this far with me, you are now on right here on page 141. So at this point, you're now going to go in and start kind of messing with some of the lines to make them look a little bit better. And of course, we could do that with the direct selection tool. So at this point, continue on with the book. I really just wanted to show you because students get very confused. They can't see what they're doing. It's really actually a very cool thing, and I'd love for you guys to practice with it on your own. Hopefully you'll really like this new tool.